moms here say everything from homework to housework to carpooling is better when they smoke pot. But then we have these ladies, and they say that marijuana moms deserve to have their kids taken away. I'm going to go back to you, Melissa. There's one thing that you said is when you're high, you're more patient with the kids, and you enjoy Chuck E. Cheese more in the playground.
Yes, I actually play with them in the slide. I crawl with them. I do everything with them. When they want to hit the little, I guess the gopher,
yeah.
You know, I'm hitting it with them like, come on, baby, we got this. Come on, let's go. You know.
And then kids movies. You like watching kids movies more when you're high with them?
Yeah.
Like what movies with them?
Like Mulan, Finding Nemo. You know, it's like that way, something 45, something Sherman. You know. It's just funny. You can laugh with your kids about it, you know? They're like, Mommy, you're funny. I'm like, no, you're funny. They're like, I know.
Okay, now, Lo, you started smoking pot because you were going through a divorce?
No, I started smoking when I was in 10th grade. I used to smoke every day in 10th grade, and then I started coming back because I was going through a divorce. But to me, smoking's a hobby. It's nothing bad. It just all depends on the type of stoner you are. You could be a lazy ass and you still be a lazy ass when you're stoned. So like me, a lot of moms are, I don't sit high and stay on the couch all day. I work a full 6 days a week. I'm a full-time mom, and I raise a 3-year-old and I'm a single mother. I do it all, and I accomplished it, so.
And tell me, a few nights ago something happened. Your parents were watching your daughter, and you came home.
Yeah, I came home stoned, and my parents can't tell the difference. I'm sitting there eating a bunch of rice, and they don't say anything.
Okay, and you have a daughter. How old is your daughter?
She's 3.
She's 3. I know when she's 16, you expect what of her?
I mean, if she's reasonable and she wants to try to smoke weed, I'd probably do it with her because I want to be there with her to do it responsibly. I'd rather her than sneaking behind my back and not.
Okay, and we've got Laura here. Laura, tell me about your son's father.
Yeah, he recently got in trouble for drinking and smoking pot, and there was a time when I had found the smoke joint, and
Who got in trouble?
my ex.
Your ex, okay.
My son's father. And I had found the stuff on my son's bed. He had slept overnight at a friend's house.
When you found weed on your son's bed?
And the lighter, and the rolling papers, and I walked in there, and I was stunned. I was like, what is this doing on my son's bed? What is it doing here? He left it here? What if he was there? What if he had woken up before me and found it? And done something with it, or taken it, or brought it to school, or something. Who was responsible for that?
Your ex left it on your son's bed?
You can't OD on weed, so there's no point.
Oh, prior
you can't die on weed.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Hey,
What happened? Can I finish my story, please? Before you berate me to see what happened with my son, okay? But he wasn't there. Thank God he wasn't there, because it could have done something, or something could have happened. Okay? And it would have been my responsibility if it didn't. So I took it, and basically I did what I should do, which was throw it the hell out, and I did.
How old is your son?
He's going to be 10.
So he's a baby, 10 years old.
Yes, he's going to be 10. He's not 10 yet, but he was.
Not a baby, but very young.
Yeah,
And he's saying it's recurring thing.
And he's a special needs as well. So if he's kind of a special needs, he might not exactly know what to do with that.
Isn't that your job to educate him, though?
Yes, I did, lady. I did, honey. Okay.
I mean, that's my job.
But it's special needs. When it's special needs, you kind of forget things, and he does forget things.
Special needs. Your fiance is here, right?
Yes.
Sean is here. Do you smoke pot too?
Yes.
So you guys smoke together?
Yes.
Did you turn her on to it?
Yes.
Yes.
Guilty as charged.
You turned her on. Okay. And how do you feel about her driving while she's high with the kids in the car?
To be fair, she just takes a couple hits. She doesn't get very high. She's never been blazed, really stoned, so it's blazed really. It's kind of like drinking. If you go out to dinner and you have one glass of wine, you're gonna feel a little buzz, a little lightheaded. If you have two bottles of wine, you're gonna be a little bit more unable to function. And I would say she's more the 1-2 glass of wine, equivalent, with marijuana.
It's so funny, that when I hear the adults talk, it almost sounds like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you guys are not mature. That's not what I mean. But it's just the things that you hear teenagers say. I just take a couple of hits, Mom. I'm cool. I know, Bethany, you have an issue when it comes to you have a comparison that you told my producers. What is that?
I just have a question. If you drop your child off in daycare or child care or to somebody who's supposed to be taking care of your child, and say your child, they're playing, they lay down for their nap, and you just come back early, and her teacher or his teacher is outside smoking a joint when you pull up, how are you going to react? Is that okay with you?
Are they unfunctional?
Wait a minute. Your child, or again, because you're talking about responsibility. Somebody's responsibility when you place your child in their hands, they're taking responsibility for your child. It's your responsibility to leave your child with somebody that you believe is going to hold them accountable in the acts like you would.
I'm asking you, would you trust somebody who smokes weed to take care of your child? Would you?
I would.
Why not?
Number one, because I never took my child to daycare. I worked a job.
But that's not the question. Would you entrust your child with somebody who is
Answer the question. She's answering it. No. Because I wouldn't do that with my own child. What about her? Because she does. My own child. But you're a different story. But you're a different story. But let her answer. Yes, your story.
I would not, because I don't know how they react to marijuana. Everybody is very different. I know how I react. I know what it does to me. Now, if somebody else, I can't say how somebody else reacts to certain things. Just like somebody could have.
Bottom line, would you be upset about it?
I'm sorry, was I finished?
No. Bottom line, would you be upset about it?
I would absolutely not, because I don't know how their bodies react.
What about you, Melissa? Would you allow it?
Okay, we just don't do this. Like, I have a friend who smokes weed all the time. She takes care of her kids. If I know that she's able to function and take care of her own kids, I would give her my kids to babysit. But if it was someone else that I didn't know that smoked weed behind my back, I would be like, you smoke weed? Okay. How do you function, you know?
We'll be right back. When asked the question about whether or not I would leave my child with somebody who was on drugs or doing drugs at the time, I simply have this as my answer. I wouldn't leave my child with somebody who had had a drink. I wouldn't leave my child with anybody who had had any kind of drug of any kind. No matter what anybody says, I'm still going to do and say what I want to.
Up next.
Would you give your teen your blessing to smoke pot? So your mom got you the medical marijuana card.
I can get, any type of weed I want. I have lollipops, candy, drops, brownies, cookies.